So, anyway, who am I? My name is James Nicholson. I'm a director of SEO Desk. Hopefully some of you guys have heard of us. You may have seen our adverts on the Google network and on Facebook stalking you round before this show. If you've ever visited SEO Desk, Rocket Marketing Hub, or one of my sites in the last few months, you will have been stalked around with those. So that's one of the things that we do. I've been in the online marketing world for 8 years, so we're going to go through some of my details on why you should listen to what I have to say. We're then going to go through why you should get yourselves online. So I'm going to give you some ideas on how big the market is at the moment, so you guys can understand why Google is really important. We're going to look at how you can get yourself found online. So if you have a pad, I advise that you take it out. Some of these seminars here are literally trying to sell stuff to you all the time. I know I've promoted a few of my products at the beginning, but from now until the end of this, I'm not going to promote any more products. I'm going to give you some really good, useful advice, some stuff that you can take away, implement into your site without paying me a penny or anybody else, that can really help you improve your Google rankings. And lastly, we're going to talk about Google Penguin and how that can impact your business. So search engine optimization is really important for your business, but if you do it wrong, you can really damage your business and make sure you could get banned from Google effectively. So we'll give you a quick overview on the Penguin update as well. Google has around an 80% market share in the UK. In other countries like America, it's less than that, but we in the UK, we love Google. Obviously they love it in America as well, but Yahoo does a little better abroad. But on the mobile platform, Google absolutely crushes its competitors. 93% of mobile searches are done via a Google search engine, purely due to the fact that most mobile devices have Google set as their default search. You don't even have to do it. On a laptop, you have to go to a website generally. You may look in the browser in the top right to the search, but a lot of people will still go to type in www.google.co.uk. But on an iPhone, and particularly obviously on an Android phone, which is a Google device, it's defaulted to a Google search. So so you've got 93% of the searches are there. So just quickly, we're just going to quickly talk about Yell and give you an idea on how they market. Does anyone here still market on Yell.com? Yeah, okay, so just want to give you an idea on just how big Yell is, just so you can get a comparison to that. So Yell.com gets 400,000 searches in a day, and that's going down. Their market share is struggling. Yell got hit by some of the updates, Panda and Penguin updates. Google didn't like to display directories in their search results so much. Yell.com is beneficial though to your website. So one of the ways to get links to your site is directory submissions and citations. Yell.com is a very trusted site, so it's worth having, but you could have a free listing in there. So you don't have to necessarily pay for that. So if you did choose to go away from that, then maybe keep your free listing. See how that goes. But some people do get business from Yell, but I just want to give you an idea on how big that is compared to obviously Google. So Google gets more searches in 1 minute than Yell gets in a day. So there's a big difference there. The next slide is meant to show you what the organic search looks like. So the point of this slide is to show you where the organic results are. So does everybody know at Google, generally at the top of a Google search, you have 2 adverts and then you'll have adverts down the right-hand side. They used to be in a cream box. They now have a tiny little yellow square next to them that says ad. So they're blending that in, so you are more likely to click on the ads. They're testing stuff all the time, Google. So at the moment, the Google ads are always at the top and they're at the side, and you'll generally see some at the bottom as well. So organic search results, as I said, get 80% of the internet traffic. The reason being people trust those search results more. They're more reliable generally. If you were to search for a kitchen company in Reigate, for example, you may find Wix come up. I don't think there is a Wix in Reigate, but they would still come up as a search result. IKEA would probably come up if you search for kitchens Reigate. There's definitely not an IKEA there. But the organic results would be the local independent companies, more than likely, that actually are in Reigate. Someone's typed in kitchens Reigate for a reason, because they want a local business to them. So that's why, one of the reasons why people trust them more. Okay, so what we're going to look at now, what we're going to discuss is how to get your business online. So it's great knowing the numbers. They don't really mean much to you. All you guys care about is you want to make money, you're business people. So we're going to run through some steps on how you can get your business online. So the first thing you want to look at is the on-page optimization of a site. And what we mean by on-page optimization is Google will come to your site and it will read the text, it will read the images if they're named correctly, and various other elements on your site, and it will try to determine what you're about. They don't care really what you're about. They're looking to give their user a good search result. So if you want to rank for kitchens Reigate, you need to have something discussing that telling Google that you're a kitchen company in Reigate. And it needs to be a decent landing page that's useful for a user, number one, but also helpful to the search engine to put you in front of those search results. So the way you get the on-page optimization done firstly is you can look at what's called the meta tags. Now, meta tags are also known as meta keywords. If you use something like WordPress, they're often installed. You can use a plugin, maybe something called SEO Ultimate is one that I use, and that will allow you to update meta tags and meta keywords. Now, meta keywords used to be very, very important to the search engines, and used to be the only way that they really determined how you ranked back when Yahoo was the leader and people like Alta Vista and stuff like that. It's really not that important anymore. It's less than 1%, but it's still good housekeeping to put some keywords into that page. Meta descriptions as well. I'll just quickly run through these and we'll go through these again in more detail. So meta descriptions are describing what your page is about. We're going to go through that. Keyword density is if you want to rank for the phrase kitchens Reigate, how dense is the keyword popularity on that. So you don't want to be writing kitchens Reigate over and over and over in the page, because that's not very useful to someone. It needs to be like decent content that's useful to a user. So you're looking at less than 5%. You can have alt tags installed on your images, which allow you to tell the search engines what that image is. So Google Images obviously does a great job. I'm sure you all use Google Images to search for images that you're looking for. And if you use Google Images, you've got to wonder how Google knows what that image is. It doesn't just guess what that is. So what people have done is they've labeled their image with an alt tag, and that can be useful to the search engine to help it understand that this is a Nike pair of trainers, that this is a kitchen installation that we did in Reigate. So you can use those as well. Title tags are really important for a number of reasons. So a title tag is a headline. It's the first thing that Google sees. So in the search results, it's the first area that you see. So it's your opportunity to encourage someone to click on your site, and it's also so it's your opportunity to sell, and it also, the search engine is looking for key phrases that are relevant to the search result as well. So back to meta tags. So meta tags are short, punchy keywords separated by a comma. So if you were, an example would be a plumber in London would have John Smith Plumbers, comma, plumber London, comma, plumbing in London. You want to get your brand in there. So here's John Smith Plumbers, for example. You could be ABC Plumbers, so that's fairly important to get that in there. And you want to make sure the commas are in the right place. So the commas need to be separating the key phrases that you want to rank for. So if you put John, comma, space, comma, Smith, sorry, comma, plumber, comma, then Google's going to think you want to rank for the term John, you want to rank for the term Smith, and you want to rank for the term plumber. They need to be in between the commas. So if you want to rank for John Smith Plumbers, you need to have John Smith Plumbers, comma, and then the next phrase. They need to be highly targeted to the page that you're trying to rank for. So if you're trying to rank for Plumbers London, you need a landing page for that. If you want to rank for Plumbers Hackney, you need a landing page for that. On your Hackney page, you don't want meta key phrases or keywords that are related to London. You want to be talking about plumber Hackney, John Smith Plumbers in the Hackney area. That's the sort of So they need to be focused to the page that you're trying to rank for. If you were looking on Amazon, if you were looking to rank for Batman the Dark Knight DVD, their meta keywords would be along the lines of Dark Knight DVD, Batman Dark Knight DVD. There'd be variations on that. So they're highly focused to the page you're trying to rank for. It's important on these that you don't stuff them, so you only want 3 to 4 key phrases per page. If you put more than that, then you're trying to optimize for way too many pages. You need to make some new landing pages. You can't have a page that's about everything. It needs to be focused for the user. Google is making you guys think about usability. It's gone are the days where it would just rank anybody. It's really tough to rank on Google now, and it wants to give its users the best user experience in the world. It doesn't care one bit about anyone in this room, particularly me. So it's important that you guys understand that and you don't try and stuff keywords in. All of this stuff that I'm telling you now, you need to err on the side of caution. If you go at this stuff too aggressively with the search engine optimization, you will get banned by Google. So it's important to always err on the side of caution. Your meta description. So your meta description, if you're looking at a search results page, the first part is the title tag that's showing on there. The next part is the description. It's a small synopsis telling you what that page is about. Again, it's a chance for you to sell that page to get the click to the site. So you could use words like click here. You could encourage them in other ways to obviously click through, but describe what's on there. What's the benefit of somebody clicking on that page? Like, the more you're showing the benefit, the more likely you're going to get the click. It's not proven, but people are pretty confident that the sites that are clicked on eventually will rank higher in the search results. So if you put Plumber London, and Pimlico Plumbers are always near the top because they've got an offline brand as well, people know them. If they were third, they would more than likely get more clicks than second and first, purely because of their brand. Everyone sees the guy from Pimlico on the TV all the time and stuff like that. So they will eventually, if they were third, Google would work out that they're probably the best result for that and push them up higher because more people engaging with result number 3. So make sure that you're doing as much as you can to use that meta description to sell your business and sell your products and services. Your title tag. So the title tag is in all of this stuff's in every single page that we're talking about so far. So a title tag is your headline again. So it's the headline, it's your opportunity to get somebody to click on your page. If your page has a free guide, get that in your title tag. Tell them. So if, for example, you were, I don't know, marketing to estate agents or something like that, and you were the best, if you put in your title tag, free guide for estate agents, click here, we're the experts for estate agent marketing, they're much more likely to visit your site over the John Smith, who's the digital marketing expert below. It says, John Smith, digital marketing expert for estate agents. You've given that person a reason to click. So Google likes that, so it's going to reward you for that, and it's useful to the user. In these title tags, you want to get your key phrases in there as well. So along the lines of, if it was just a homepage, it could be SEO Desk is the leading SEO search engine optimization company in the UK, or something along those lines that's going to encourage, well, that's not going to necessarily encourage them so much on your inner pages. You can be more focused, but it needs to be selling your business, get some keywords in there that you want to rank for as well. Also, Google has a new product called Google Plus. As you probably mostly heard of that. Google Plus will now give preferential results. So if an example is, if you came to my site, if you did a Google search for plumbers in London and you clicked on Pimlico Plumbers that were number 3, and you and I are friends on Google Plus, then I did a search for plumbers in London, then Pimlico Plumbers, because we're friends, would then rank higher in my search results. So that's why it's really important on all of these things like the title tags and the meta description to get the click through. So you need to write good quality content in there that encourages a click through. So Google's encouraging all of us to get involved in Google+. The more of us that do that, the better the search results will be for everybody, but we will get personalized results that our friends have clicked on. So that's a key thing as well to understand. Okay, so after that, you can change the images on your site. So naming your images is important. So if you've taken a photo, your landing page is about kitchens in Reigate. When you take a photo from a camera, it will just generally, the file name will be 123456 ABCD or whatever. It'll be a stupid name. Rename that to Reigate kitchen installation, or 25A Holland Street Reigate, or something like that. That then tells Google that that's a kitchen and it's in the Reigate area, so that will help Google understand what that image is about. Add the alt tag as well to make sure that that's done. So these processes here are called on-page optimization. What they're doing is you telling Google, hey, look at me, I'm a kitchen company in Reigate. Come and look at my site and rank me somewhere. Google doesn't really care, like I said, about you, so it won't necessarily ping you up page 1 because you've done this on-page optimization. What you're then looking for is a vote of confidence or a reference or a vote from another site, and we call that link building. So link building from other external sites to your site, from good quality sites saying you're a kitchen company in Reigate. I know you're not all kitchen companies in Reigate, but if you were, the more places online that are authoritative that say that's what you do, the higher up you will rank in the search engines. So ways that you can get links are social media. That costs you nothing. Social media will cost you absolutely nothing. Anyone here could set up a social media profile on Facebook, on Google+, on Twitter. Very easy to do, very quick to do, costs you peanuts. When you're on there, you get an opportunity to add a URL. If you're like, people can link, in your profile, people can link through. On my Twitter, I actually get, on my own personal website, james-nicholson.co.uk, I get a lot of traffic coming through from my Twitter bio. People click through from that, found me on Twitter, and they come and see my site. So it's a good way to drive traffic, also helps the search engines, gives you a bit more credibility. Facebook as well, when you're doing posts, you can talk about a kitchen installation that you've done in Reigate. That then gives a bit more credibility, so Google understands, look, they're talking about a kitchen installation in Reigate. Twitter as well, you can tweet about that stuff. It's more difficult on Twitter because you get shortened URLs, but you can still do that as well, so that will help. Also, if you think of social media as like a heartbeat, so lots of people build their site, and they've left their site for 2 years. They haven't bothered updating it. Google doesn't know whether you've gone out of business. Some people have free hosting or their mates hosting it. So a website, there are websites, millions of websites out there that the business has gone out of business years ago. So by having your social media attached to your website and updating it on a regular basis, it shows a heartbeat. It's showing that you're still active, you've got a pulse, your business is alive. So Google likes that, it wants activity. Another way that you can get links to your site is via press releases. Press releases got a lot of bad publicity by Matt Cutts, who's the main guy in Google for the search engine. He's saying that they're not actually very good. SEO companies have proven that that's wrong. You should still look to market your business via press releases, but only on paid sites. Like prweb.com is a particularly good one, but it's not cheap. It's about £150 just to put a press release online. But remember, if you're doing that, there's an opportunity for the media to pick up your press release. So that's the goal of that exercise as well. PR Web will feature it, you'll get traffic from PR Web. Other journalists will be looking on PR Web for stories, so you could get featured in other blogs, news sites, etc. So it's useful to use. Directory submissions, again, are a very important part of your ranking algorithm, particularly if you're a local business. However, you have to be very careful in what you search online for. Directory submissions, before, people used to make lots of spam websites and they were terrible. So it's really important, if you're doing directory submissions, you use high quality directories. Yale.com is an example of a high quality directory. It's human edited. You'll never see a dead business on Yale. You'll only see high quality businesses on there that exist. You call them up, someone's going to pick up the phone. Other places you can get directory submissions that are good are places like Touch Local. You will get bombarded with sales calls afterwards. Do not pay for a listing after that, just take the free listing. Yelp, Quip, places like that, they've merged. Can't remember which way around they've merged, but Yelp and Quip are now one business. Free Index, Review Center, there's lots of other places that are good quality directories that you can list your business in. Again, Google's seeing that you're an active business, it's matching your phone number from that to your website, it's matching your address, and it's another proven tactic that will get you higher up on Google. You can also write articles and blog online. So blogging online is important. Again, by putting a blog on your site, you're showing Google that you're alive, you've got a pulse, you're active, things are happening in your business. Your customers benefit from you having a blog. They can see more about your business. They can see that, again, you're active. They can see what's going on. If you do charity work, you can show off other things that you've done. So a blog is a great part to do. Great to do that as well. On SEO Desk blog, we keep people updated with updates with Facebook, with Google, etc. So people come to our blog and read industry news. So that's one way we use it. You can also check your competitors' backlinks. So if you want to rank for Plumber London, someone's already there. You can have a look and see how they've ranked for Plumber London by looking at their backlink profile. If you Google backlink checker, you'll find loads of free tools, and you can see basically what links people have got already, and aim to get some of those links for your site as well. Trade bodies as suppliers. Most people sell a product, some sort of product. You will have suppliers, you will have industry bodies that you're associated with as well. Often you're paying these suppliers a hell of a lot of money. So make sure if you sell somebody's headphones or someone's dress online that they feature you as the where to buy on their site. That's generally a very good link that most people forget. If, for example, you're in, I don't know, lots of people sell like headphones from Sony and stuff like that. You can get featured on these big company websites, and they will get you traffic, people looking for that product to buy it from a retailer, but also they will help with your Google rankings as well. YouTube as well is a great way to market your business, to put some videos on, and lots of people miss the opportunity to link back from the video to their site. That's important that you do that. Google owns YouTube, so it's a great way to obviously use one of their tools. But what lots of people forget is as soon as the video finishes playing, the user is given lots of other options on similar videos, so they're going to click away, forget what you were talking about. If you have the link, you've got a chance to get the traffic to your site away from YouTube, but you've also got a link that Google can see to follow as well. So lastly, all of that link building is really important, but Google had an update called Google Penguin, and that's had various different iterations over the last few months. So Google Penguin update is an over-optimization penalty. Google Penguin is purely looking at backlinks. So if you have poor quality backlinks, Google will penalize you and ban you from its search engine. The idea of it is to get rid of link spam. So if you can buy links, then they're generally a bad link to get. You need to work hard to get links. So Google wanted to stop people just buying links and boosting themselves up the search engines. And it's also looking at the anchor text as well. So when you do a link, for example, if you were to go onto Amazon to their DVD section, from the home page, there's a link to the DVD section that will say DVDs or Blu-rays or something along those lines. That wording is called anchor text. Sometimes you might see the words click here on a website and it takes you off to Amazon or any other BBC site or anything like that using the words click here. That's anchor text. So if you want to rank for kitchens in Reigate, you need a few of those links with the key phrase kitchens Reigate or variations on that. Previously, we would have looked to have had as much as 100% of those links having that. Now, you need to be looking at maybe less than 10% and varying it. So kitchen shop Reigate, kitchens Reigate, kitchens near Reigate. You need to vary that up. Have click here as some of the anchor text. Have brand names, etc. as well. And yeah, so the other thing that they're looking for is to make sure that you've got good quality citations. So that by listing yourself in somewhere like Yelp and Free Index and stuff like that, they're human edited. Google understands that they're checked. So you can't list yourself in Yelp without somebody in Yelp physically checking that you're not putting like betting sites on there or dodgy information. So it's important that that when you get listed in there, Google will look at the phone number, it will look at the address and check that that matches up to the address and the phone number on your site, and it just gives you that bit more credibility that you're a real business and you haven't just built this website to steal traffic from Google. So that's it from me. We've run over a bit due to a few technical difficulties. I'm back here doing this again tomorrow. However, if you guys take the trial on Rocket Marketing Hub, we'll aim to video this tomorrow properly with PowerPoint working, and we'll put the PowerPoint slides on there as well. So do go on Rocket Marketing Hub, grab the trial. Apart from the technical difficulties, if anyone wants to have a quick chat with Richard, we'd love to give you guys some exposure to our audience and get your feedback as well. So like I was saying earlier, if you want to have a quick chat with Richard, he can film you, see what you thought of this seminar, and we'll be emailing that out to our database of 100,000 people. That would include a link to your website to give you guys an opportunity to grab some traffic as well. Anyone's got any questions as well, you can come up to the front and ask me, and I've got some cards as well if anyone wants that. Thanks very much. Cheers.